All right, we'll begin standing at the front of our mat. Take a big inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump your feet back to plank. Lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, pull through the tops of your toes, lift your chest, lift your chin. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walk the heels out. Bend your knees, look to your thumbs, jump or step your feet to the front of your mat. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, jump or step back, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Find some stillness in the feet, driving your heels down, hips up, armpits open. Bend your knees, look to your thumbs, jump or step your feet to the front of your mat, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit your hips down and back. Fold over straight legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, jump your feet back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot outside your right hand. Turn and plant your back foot. Nice base of support. Root down, rise up, arms up, look up. Come onto the toes of your back foot. Bend your knees, slowly lower all the way down to the ground. Press your hips forward, uncurl your toes, reach up, reach back, bend your elbows. Really sitting into those hip flexors. Exhale, bring your hands forward. Plant your hands in the inside of your foot. Use your right elbow to press your right knee open. Sit your hips down a little bit more. Keeping a nice long spine here. Breathing deep into those hips. Maybe even rocking from side to side. Finding those tight spots and working into them. Press your hips back, straightening out your front leg, keeping your toe down for this first part. Hands stay right by your toes, long spine. Come back, bending your front knee. We're going to lift up on your back toes. You're going to turn to the long edge of your mat, coming to an inner thigh stretch. Try to sit your hips as far down towards your heels as you can. Arms out, a little bit of balance, lift your chest. Pull your left toes up towards the ceiling. Lift and hold. Bring your hands down. Slowly drop your right knee down towards the ground. Point your toes towards the side, long edge of your mat. Up nice and tall. We're going to take your left hand, thread the needle, reach away, bring your shoulder down, opening up that inner thigh a little bit deeper. Inhale, unwind, lift back up. Turn towards the back edge of your mat. Keeping your left leg straight, keeping your right knee bent. Flex your left toes towards you, fold. Again, keeping a long spine so you're not collapsing, but lengthening. Point your front toes, feel a nice stretch to the top of your shin. And experiment with pulling your left hip back a little bit. Making sure you're not opening up too much, but staying square. From here, you're going to keep your legs where they are. Take your right hand to the outside of your left leg. Turn and open up. Working to the lateral side of the leg, the IT band. Keep your toe pointed, your foot flat. If you need a block, you can use a block here instead of touching the ground. All right, we're gonna rotate all the way back to the front of your mat, getting into cow face pose. Watch me first and I'll give you an alternative. So you're gonna rotate all the way around, facing the front, hips level, stacking your left knee on top of your right, feet out to the sides. If this isn't quite available for you today, lean back, keep your right leg straight, left leg on top of your knee, and then bend. So those are your two options. If you're in cow face pose, lift tall and exhale, fold. Really opening up into the side hips, your piriformis, your gluteus medius. This is one of my favorite hip stretches. This whole hip flow feels so good. And you can feel free to do this whole flow again. You can do it at your own pace, holding each stretch a little bit longer. Good, lift up. Hands come back behind your hips. Uncross your legs, plant your feet, and windshield wiper your hips from side to side. Making your way back into table. So whether you cross your ankles and hands come in front, step back. However you need to get there, we're going to meet in downward facing dog. Hips up, arms open, toes spread wide. Bend your knees, look to your thumbs. Jump or step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sit down into chair. Fold over straight legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, jump or step back, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take your left foot, step it outside your left hand. Sit your hips down, turn and plant your back foot. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your gaze. Come onto the back toes. Slowly, taking your time, drop your back knee down. Uncurl your toes. Press your hips forward. Lift a little taller. Reach back, bend your elbows. Exhale, bring your hands all the way down to the ground in the inside of your left leg. Use your left elbow to push against your knee. Maybe even let it fall open a little bit. And experiment here. Find those tight spots. Maybe you rack side to side, front and back. Hunt for those tight spots and work into them. It may be different left to right, could be different day to day. Listen to your body. Give it what it needs. Sit your hips back, straightening out your left leg. Pull your toes back towards your face. Hands stay on the ground. Lengthen your spine. Shift your hips forward again, planting your left foot, turning towards the long edge of your mat. Right toes come up towards the ceiling. Sit your hips down towards the mat as low as you can. Find some balance. Reach out in front of you. Lift your chest, lift your chin. Plant your hands down, bring your knee down onto the ground. Drop your right toes onto the mat. And we're going to take your right hand, sweep between your elbow and your knee. Reach as far as you can. Bring your shoulder down. Should be a nice, intense inner thigh stretch on that right side. And come on back up. We're going to turn, keep your left knee bent, your right leg straight, turn towards the back of your mat. Toe stays down this first part, up nice and tall, reach forward. Again, pull your right hip back this time. So make sure you're not too open, but you're drawing your right hip back, left hip forward, really isolating that right hamstring. Take both hands to the outside of your right leg, getting into that IT band lateral compartment stretch. Turning your chest and shoulders, keeping your big toe down. And we're going to rotate all the way to the front of the mat, coming into that cow face pose one more time, all the way around. Again, if cow face pose, knees stacked directly over each other, is not quite available for you yet, lean back, right ankle on left knee, lift up tall here. Wherever you're at is perfectly acceptable. Embrace it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, push in a little bit more. This flow is one I love to do after a run, sometimes even after a bike. Just really open up the hips, calm the nervous system down. It's great to do when your muscles are already nice and warm. We did a little bit of a warm-up today, but it's great to be a little bit more warm even beyond what we did. So after a run or a bike, throw this in there. Your muscles, your joints will thank you. All right, lean back into your hands, uncross your legs, plant your feet about as wide as your mat, and let your knees windshield wiper from side to side. We'll finish with one more hamstring stretch. Straighten your legs out, feet together, pull your toes back towards you, lift up, exhale, fold forward, grab what you can. Maybe you're able to grab your feet, your toes, your ankles. Make sure you keep a flat back here. So no round backs. Wherever you're at, lift tall. And release, point your toes away, reach your hands back behind your hips, point into your toes, lift your hips, let your head fall back, open your chest, squeeze your glutes. release. Hips come down, shake it out. Thank you for stretching with me today, and I'll see you next time.